What to say to the women. I found that most of them were the ones that would say what they thought. A lot of the guys aren't, and you can see Vincent will go in and talk to the two girls, then he will come back out and say something in the kitchen.
But if the women are the ones who are going to say what they think, why do they need stirring up from you?
Because to bring the other guys into their defence.
But that failed, didn't it? Because the guys didn't come and defend them.
They didn't come into that, no.
In fact, they were quite deceitful, weren't they?
No, I wouldn't say deceitful, no.
I would.
Would you? I wouldn't.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about this because we're going to have a chat tomorrow night, and I know this is hugely intense coming out here. You've seen that now.
Yep.
Have you got any second thoughts about that? Like maybe you hurt people and maybe you made a mistake?
Oh, it's not good to hurt people. However, I think that I had to say what I said to those two people.
Why?
Because I felt that that needed to be said. And I can't say why I felt that, but in relation to Joe, I do feel bad for hurting Joe. But to understand the nature of why you're going these things, I was probably looking at more from the competition side, where you're liking to stir things up, play people, have a bit of a look around. I wouldn't normally go to that level to try and hurt people in everyday life.
All right. Well, I do know you also had a really great time in the house.
I did have a very enjoyable time.
And we did have Carlo getting almost the same number of votes as you.
No doubt.
So, although it breaks a record, I should point out that Belinda's votes, her lines closed as soon as she walked out of the house. So obviously the nominations didn't continue. Her votes did count, but obviously we closed the line once she left. Now I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow night.
Yes.
And I'm going to be talking to you again, not as intensely. Geez, I didn't think I'd be rubbing you on the arm. Straight after this break. You are watching... now we've got a surprise for you. Big Brother, shall we bring our surprise on now? No. After the break. Well, welcome back. You are watching the live eviction. Sitting next to me is evictee number 5, who also goes by the name of Ben. Now look at Reggie over in the house there, devastated, clearly. You had a very special friendship with Reggie, didn't you?
We certainly did. She's a very, very, very good person. She's a straight shooter.
She's not the sort of girl you normally spend time with.
Yeah.
She is?
Yeah, I like her. She reminds me of a lot of girls I spend time with.
Does she?
Yes.
In what way?
She's just straight down the line. I've worked with a lot of people, and policewomen in particular are like that, and I said to Reggie, you should try the other profession. She's honest, she's straight down the line, she says what she thinks. There's no beating around the bush.
Did anybody in the house bring out any particular qualities in you that you didn't know were there?
I think there's a lot of qualities that have been brought out, but obviously not in this footage you've shown. Dan brought out a good quality in me. Dan turned my heart for about the first time in 6 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, Dan...
with his family?
Yeah, more so with his family. Just, you know, I knew there was something underlying there, and he was reluctant to speak about things, and when he did tell me, I would have rather that he didn't. You know, it just made me feel really, really low. And he's a good guy, Dan. But
because you nominated him a few times in the beginning. Yeah.
Twice at the beginning, and then changed my whole tune. Because at the first time he was very reluctant to say anything. Very similar to Vincent. Can't talk about this, can't talk about that, when I just wanted to talk about everything, even if it wasn't true. Just talk about it for the sake of talk about it, you know. With them, they were reluctant to talk at all. So it is a show, it is a bit of a game, a bit of a competition, and I had some fun.
Your strategy didn't work very well.
It was never going to work.
Why not?
Because Big Brother's got control. You go this way, he goes that way.
Because you wouldn't be used to being out of control, would you?
Not at all. Never.
You've got to learn to read characters a bit better, don't you? Yes.
You never know.
You know, I never know what.
You never know. You don't know. We have to wait another 7 weeks and then we'll have this chat again.
All right, I'll look forward to that.
Okay.
Rightio. Now, you've got your charity item. Have you got it with you?
I'll grab it.
All right. Well, that'll make interesting television while we watch his back for 40 seconds, but never mind. Here we go. All right, now this is your charity item. Is it a genuine didgeridoo?
Genuine didgeridoo from Darwin.
Can you play it?
No, I can't. Dan can.
Oh, well, that's useful at this moment, isn't it? Can you make any noise? Well done.
That's about it.
Now, who's your charity?
Charity's cystic fibrosis. I've got a cousin who's got cystic fibrosis. She's 20, nearly 21. I had a cousin that also passed away from it, so any research we can do there to make her have a better life,
fantastic.
I'm behind it.
All right, and as we know... You can bid for that, bigbrother.optus.com.au, and don't forget you can also vote for Ben's gift, which we'll purchase on eBay to give him on tomorrow night's nomination show. And so you've got to come there, that'll be fantastic.
I'll be there.
We'll have another chat without all the pressure.
I look forward to it.
Now, someone that you might...
Belinda.
You've guessed, Belinda's going to join us. Would you like to see her?
Yes, I will.
Fantastic. Where is she? Here's the come.
Want to be beside you?
Yeah, I'll hold this for you.
Hello, Belinda.
How are you?
Good. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's listening.
Yes, No, I need Ben here.
You go there.
Now you're the gentleman. Here we are. Hold that.
Oh, well, let's watch it all.
What, you want to watch 5 weeks of
Yeah, the whole
television,
lot, I
24
think.
hours a day? Geez, that's a hot date. I'll look forward to that. All right.
Yes.
Now, I have to ask you your 10 questions. You can agree or disagree, but we've got to race through them.
Yeah.
And you have to tell the truth. What was the hardest thing about being in the Big Brother house?
Getting booted.
Getting booted out.
Yep.
What did you miss the most in the Big Brother house?
Girlfriend Kylie,
Yeah?
by far.
Did you ever doubt that she'd be waiting for you?
No, I knew she'd be waiting. She knows me.
Righty-ho. Wouldn't that make great television? Well, now she's left you. No, she hasn't. I'm joking.
You're going to hide her a bit better if you're going to say things like that.
It's a joke. Who was your favourite person in the house?
Reggie?
Who was your least favourite person?
Chrissy.
Yeah, you didn't like Chrissy, did
No.
you? Do you like her a bit more now?
I do, and hopefully get to like her a little bit more and go to a birthday in November and spend a bit more time out of the house when you can really get to know people.
Well, that'll be exciting when the new Ben gets to see Chrissy. Who had the most annoying habit? Oh, that would be you. Who had the most annoying habit?
Carlo,
Carlo.
yes.
by far.
What did Carlo do?
Washing in the basin,
Yeah.
and then we had to cook there.
Yeah, that was a bit
Yeah.
gross. Who was the funniest person?
Dan,
Yep. Who was the laziest?
me.
Right. What was your greatest regret in the house?
Greatest regret? Probably not stirring it up even more.
Interesting that phrase, stirring them up, because it really just means hurting people, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't, Gretel.
We have so much to talk about on tomorrow night's show. Who will be out next week?
Yeah, Vincent.
Vincent?
Vincent.
And who do you think will win?
Reggie or Pat?
All right, that's fantastic. All right, that's all of our questions. We've given you our prizes. We've asked you some questions. We're seeing you tomorrow night. This is exciting. I think we all need to go and have a drink. Okay. Ben will be joining me again, as I said, tomorrow night for the live nomination show. I want to thank Belinda for joining us here. A huge thank you to our live audience. And of course, I've got something interesting to tell you. Don't chat while I'm talking.
Sorry.
Thanks. They don't know it yet in the house, but new housemates will be joining them this week. Oh, you knew it. You know, every bloke who's been in that house, when he's heard something, has already told us, I knew it. Even
many?
though there's been no evidence that he actually did before he was told.
Do we know how many?
Well, if you know everything,
Do you
how
hate
many?
me or just blokes?
How many?
2.
Good boy, there are. There are 2 going in. All right, so that'll upset the apple cart, I'll get. It'll either put a cat among the pigeons, a spanner in the works, or a ferret down the housemate's trousers. Do not miss it. That's all, especially on Tuesday night show. Catch all the action tomorrow night, starting with the Daily Show at 7, followed, as I've said a million times, by our live nomination show at 7:30, when Big Brother will tell the housemates at least part of his plan for the week. Make sure you catch all the other Big Brother shows as the drama increases. In the meantime, a big thank you to Ben.
Thank you, Gretel.
Thanks, Belinda. You've held up very well. Thank you. No, I don't hate you.
Irrigation, eh?
Let's go and take a quick look at the Ben Free house and see how they're coping. I'm Gretel Colleen. This is Big Brother. Let the games continue.
My mates would have been going, time to go.